You know what it is? I got my man Steve on the phone all the way from Washington, D.C., man. I mean, official gangster. I'm going to introduce you to somebody. We're going to do something big later, but we just tapping in real quick. Yo, Steve, let them know what time it is, who you are, man. This big Eon on top, that Steve on the bottom. How long you been locked up, where you at, and where you going, and what's going on? Give us who you are real quick.
Yeah, man, I'm Steve Crawford, Washington, D.C., man. I've been in prison going on 20 years. Right now, at this present time, I'm back on a writ at the Northeast Ohio Correctional Center because I caught a case out USP Hazleton. So I just went to trial. Unfortunately, I was found guilty, but you know how that go. It's kind of like impossible if you ain't got the right team to fight with you. So I just got found guilty. So now I go get sentenced April the 22nd. And I get sentenced, I'm headed back out of USP Victorville, man, so I can continue my fight, man, for the bigger picture.
All right, so how much time you looking at when you get sentenced?
Well, I got found guilty of a voluntary manslaughter and assault with a deadly weapon. So one of them carried 10 years and one of them carried 15 years. And then I got an assault with attempt to commit bodily harm. That carried like 13 years too. So I'll probably be looking at a max of like 20 years, or they may run it all together. So it's like 15 years at least. But right now, I'm currently serving a 108-year sentence out of Washington, D.C. You know, and that's the bigger picture. That's my bigger fight. And, you know, that's what I'm putting all my time and energy and effort into, you know, because, you know, I got to overcome this battle that I'm in because I understand that it can be done.
So you got 108 years in D.C. You're looking at another 8 to 10, and you're looking at another 8 to 10. You got 108 in D.C., and, you know, you still fighting the fight.
I gotta fight this fight to my dying day. You know, and that's just what it is, and that's just what a man gonna do. And I can never believe, or I can never stop, or I can never become content. I can never be content with this place. This is not my home. I never look at this place as home. I'm not comfortable. This is not my cell. That's not my TV. This is not my showers. Ain't none of this shit mine. You know, so I can never be content with this, and I can never be comfortable with it, and I would never, ever accept it, because man can never accept anything like this. The only thing I can accept from it is that I can learn from these lessons, and I can never suffer in vain, and I can grow and mature and evolve the way that man's supposed to do in the most first times of his life. And that's what I've been doing, and that's what has made me a wiser, stronger, more bigger man, so I can be stronger to fight the government. Because that's what it boils down to. That's what you fighting. On everything that I got, it say the United States versus Stephen Crawford. And that's what my fight, and that's what I prepare and train for.
How long you been locked up?
I've been locked up. This going on 20 years. I've been locked up since September the 10th, 2004.
And still fighting. I want the youngest to understand that it's real easy to get into trouble and hard as hell to get out. You know, you got to be.
Absolutely. See, what makes it so easy is we designed for it. Whether it's a TV show, or whether it's a song that we hear, or whether it's our neighborhood and our environments that prepare us and molds us to a certain kind of mind frame that make us believe that the rights that we know to be right are the only rights of the world, when all along it's some whole nother different set of rules and a whole nother different sets of rights, things that's more beneficial, things that can help us prosper more. So it starts off with just a mind frame where you're thinking poorly, because that's what poor starts at. If you think poor, then you're going to get poor results. So you can very well end up in a situation like prison, and just as we are prepared and planned and molded to think a certain type of way to prepare us for prison, you got to understand those other people, those other races, those white people, they are prepared to be sitting on a jury somewhere to where they understand that, look, this is how we got to vote for these people. We can, even if I do feel that he's innocent, if I voted to acquit this guy, my people may look at me harshly. I may be looked at as a traitor. I may be looked at as I'm doing something bad for America, because that's what they believe in. They believe in that flag and American, and I'm an American, blue-blooded American citizen. And part of that is I got to do what's right. And every diplomacy of the world, especially America, is held by law and order. So therefore, a jury got to go in there and they got to do what they think is right. And what they think is right is what they saw on a TV show. That guy looks just like that guy I seen on the news. That guy looks just like that series of Law and Order I seen. So yeah, he might ain't do it, but at the end of the TV show, at the end of the movie, they usually the bad guy. So I'm gonna go ahead and find this guy guilty. Or at the very least, I'm gonna go ahead and do what I think I'm supposed to do, the right thing, and which the right thing is send him to jail. Because if he was innocent, he wouldn't be sitting right here for us to judge him. So going back to the whole of what you asked me and the message that I'm gonna deliver to anybody that just don't know, it's extremely easy to get in these situations, and you can be an innocent man. I mean, not did nothing. And this is just the history of this country. You could have not done nothing, and you will be arrested, you will be charged, you will be convicted, and you will be sentenced to life in prison like me for something that you did not do, all based on because you got put up. Then far as getting out, it gets extremely hard because that's what they do. In order to get out of prison, they ain't talking about if somebody lied on you. That's about if it was made up. They ain't talking about if you innocent. Now they talking about when you got to prove to us that we violated one of the constitutional amendments.
All right, hold on, Steve. Hold on, Steve.
To try to explain this to a judge panel.
Steve, look, Steve, hold on. I was getting ready to do a show on FBG Ducks, O Block 6. They just got convicted today of murder. They all under like 30 years old, maybe 30, 31, the oldest, and they just got convicted in federal court in Chicago of, the murder of FBG Duck. I want the people to understand what these young men is getting ready to go up against so that they know. So speak on that, even though you might not know about the FBG Ducks joint, but it was 6 brothers. I think it was a female also. I might be mistaken, but we got rat bastards that'll correct me in the comments, So what do you have to say so the people understand, what these young men is getting ready to go through, just getting convicted today of a homicide where there was one of their comrades that was, as they call the ops, that was riddled with a number of bullets in downtown Chicago. Downtown Chicago. Speak on that, family.
What they about to go through now, this is what they are really this is where they are really officially about to become a number and nothing but a number. So where everything that's on their line is going to be based on a piece of paper that's read. Where they going to be housed, how they going to be treated, the institutions that they going to be at. They about to go through this whole system. And then what they going to do is they going to get assigned some type of appeal attorney that's only going to do the bare minimum to say, yeah, I did do something. That's if they don't have money to pay for one. So then they about to go through the whole process about hoping for appeal and wishing for appeal and filing these motions. But then at the same time, you may be in a situation where you don't have that family support, where you don't have that insecurity about self, where you don't have that assurance about self, to where you wind up in a prison, a penitentiary somewhere far away from home, anywhere in America. So when now you try to adapt to an environment that you never ever been in. We talking about a penitentiary. We not talking about a jail. We talking about a penitentiary. So now you got to try to adapt and you got to try to fit in. And now you got to reroute your whole understanding of life because now you got to move and adapt according to the society of prison. So now some of the people, you got some strong people that they can stay on their own line and they can move accordingly and they can fight and they can not get caught in the mix. But the majority of everybody, you got to become what they call institutionalized to some certain degree. And what that means is those people that just got convicted of that murder, they about to have to come adapt to a prison and they about to have to fall in line with the rules of prison, ergo, becoming institutionalized. So they definitely got to get their minds right. They got to understand if they're going to be a leader, they're going to be a follower.
Hey, family, they offered them 50 years on a cop-out, and they just got convicted. So if that helped for you to give the youth a reason to understand that it's not worth it. 50 years on a cop-out, and they took the government to trial and turned down the 50 years. Talk to them.
50,
5-0, my brother.
Hey, look, man, that sound like,
Yeah, 50 years was the cop-out.
See, here's the thing, man. When that goes back, I keep telling you, it boils down to that jury. Yeah, they threw that 50-year cop with this dice with this white jury right here. It's a 99% chance, man. We ain't got to meet no laws. We ain't got to follow the Constitution. We ain't got to do nothing. Because we know this jury going to find him guilty, and then we going to have all this paperwork and all these guidelines and all these numbers. And, well, you fit this guideline, so you get 47 years, and you fit this guideline, so gonna give you 29 years, and you right there sitting, those young brothers and sisters gonna be sitting right there. It's gonna be as if somebody's speaking Chinese to them. They're not gonna understand it. So now if you don't understand it, how can you even begin to fight your fight? So then you're going to be right where you was at in square one, looking for an attorney to believe in. An attorney that does not have your best interest in mind or heart, or in the ability that they willing to put up for you. So that's what I'm saying. 50 years, because you know what it's about? I'm going to tell you what it's about, right? It's about these sales right here. The biggest money maker in America are sales. They need bodies to sit in these sales. And this place I'm at right now is $115 per day per inmate. You take 1,000 inmates per day. The people that own this jail, they get $115,000 a day. So this is what our bodies are worth. They stop slavery. They say, you know what, we're going to find a way to make money out of them. And they came up with $1 trillion ingenious scheme that's working exactly how it's supposed to work. That's why they put money into crime shows. I guarantee you, you turn on the news right now, and it's going to be something more about how the crime rate is skyrocketing. Because they trying to put it into the conscience of the American people. The people who've never been robbed, who've never been shot, who never lived in poverty, who never been a victim of crime. So the only thing they know about crime is the things they see on the news. So this is what formulates their mind and their plan and their idea on how to judge people when they get in those situations. So it's damn near impossible to win unless you prepare, unless you invest your life into it, unless you become extremely sharp. And you got to sacrifice everything, and you got to be committed to your freedom, to yourself. But like I said, it's going to get hard because those young brothers and sisters, they're going to get to them places, and they're going to be looking for comfort. They're going to be looking for acceptance. They're going to be looking for urgency. So they're going to find people that look like them or may be familiar to somebody from around their neighborhood, and who knows what type of back that person got with them. So before you know it, you done fell in line with something totally. So instead of spending all your time fighting for your freedom, you go another different direction about some whole other shit.
Okay.
This is what they're prepared for. This is what they're about to be faced against.
All right.
Piece of paper, they got their number on it and where they're going to transfer them across this country.
Okay, family, check it, right? If you could say something to them right now, what would you say to them about what they get ready to walk into and how they should handle it so the youngins understand how if they keep doing what they doing, that's how they got to handle it when they walk in it and we trying to prevent them from going there?
I would tell them, if you have any influence, you got to stop promoting it. You got to stop perpetuating and pushing out the propaganda of how you're willing to commit violence. How it's cool to have a gun with the 30 with the switch on it. Talk about college. Talk about prosperity. Talk about prioritizing life. Talk about having a family. Talk about being a father. Talk about the real American dream. Because like how I said, you can show these people from your mistake that, damn, I made a mistake. I wasted my time, and the time that I spent, it put me in a situation that my life will be forever altered, regardless of the situation and how it turned out. I've still got this experience that I'm living with. So they got to push it to the people that's under them. You got to teach them to be businessmen, businesswomen. It ain't about being violent, about being tough. Let me see that you can make some money. Let me see that you can come up with $1 million idea. Let me see that you can get a master's degree. Let me see that you can do these things. That's the thing that we're supposed to strive for, and that's the stuff that we're supposed to push our people for.
That's what I'm saying. Now, you heard about, to change gears a little bit, because I'm gonna do a whole video on that situation. You heard about the brothers in Tennessee, Yo Gotti's brother, getting killed out there?
No, I haven't.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. My brother haven't even heard about that, and that done took over the whole YouTube. To give you a short synopsis on it, because I watch what I say, because, big bro, they got a lot of rat bastards and flip-flop wearing and public clowns and trolls out here that nitpick everything. But bottom line, the rapper Yo Gotti, they accuse his brother allegedly of putting the money up to kill another rapper that was real big down in Memphis. And then here it is years later. Now the brother get killed and they trying to deal with that murder, but we talking about in Memphis. So you already know the feds is all on that. We talking about Memphis with only 1.1 million people. You know what I mean? So now, you know, what do you have to say to the brothers in Memphis and Chicago and throughout America that's gangbanging and carrying on like this? In your opinion, give them your wisdom.
Now, I'm from Washington, D.C., and the point that I'm making is I've never grew up with gang culture, right? I don't know nothing about a gang. I don't know nothing about gang culture. But as I've traveled across the country and I've been in penitentiaries across the country and I see the gang culture, I admire it. But I look at it from the sense of that's powerful. That can be a business plan. That can be nothing but business. So where you can turn this gang, you can turn these followers into business men and business women. To where it ain't got to be about, let me see how tough you are if you want to be in the gang or you want to be respected. Let me see how many degrees that you can pass. This is how I look at the gang culture, and I say if I was in a gang or if I created a gang, that's what we'll be. We'll be that type of gang where we have degrees and master's degrees. This is the game that I'm on. This is the part of the game that I'm going to lead. Because these are the 5.5. Because I know together we'll be stronger. To where we're not killing each other. We're not cutting life short. We're not limiting our options in life. To where we got a whole gang. Gangs that stretch across the country. Where we can all come together with a unified goal from state to state to talk about how we're going to buy land and we're going to open up businesses and we're going to have the real American life. I'm talking about where we be billionaires and trillionaires. Instead of using it, because the things we doing it to get these people rich, to fill up these prisons, to give judges a job, to give police a job, to give social workers a job, to give case managers a job, to give people that make handcuffs a job, to people that fund and give police cars new sirens a job. Because just imagine this, my brothers, because I've thought about this many times over the years. Just imagine if for 1 year there was not one crime, not one arrest in America. It'll break the system. And I'm going to flip that over. Just imagine if everybody that was arrested never took a cop and never took a plea and they said we going to try. It'll break the system. They don't have enough money to try everybody. So that's going back to your original question about the gang thing. It's all about that unified goal for something much bigger. And it's never about letting people with your same skin color be your enemy. To be your op, as you like to call it.
Let me say this, right? Let me say this. I'm glad you said that because I want to ride right now. This is how we ride at the Mecca, man. Now, check. You know how, you know, when I was in the system, that's why I get along with DC, Chicago, California, you know, West Bubba, you know what I mean? Because I knew that we all was equal and it was us against them. So my enemy wasn't wearing the beige that I was wearing, you know? When you got the police that come in, you got a dude that sit in your chair in the day room, dude go get his knife, he want to put it in him for sitting in his chair. But the police shake his cell down and just came out the rain and step on his white sheets to search the shelf or search the vent and leave his boot print on the joint and walk out his cell. They don't want to do nothing to the police, but they want to do something to you that sat in a plastic chair because you was tired or elderly or just chose to.
Because guess what they do? They got this word that they be using, right? And I be preaching to all the young brothers about this word, and I'm going to preach this word right now. They got this word that's called disrespect. See, I never use the word disrespect, and I try to even take that out the lexicon of any of the brothers that I be around. Now, if somebody is rude, then they're rude. So I like using the word rude instead of saying disrespect because we got this thing in our minds. Oh, if he disrespected me, now I got to be willing to sacrifice my life for this. I got to do something drastic because I feel disrespected. And then you got idiots, the blind leading the blind, to where they don't know no better, where they going to say, man, what are you doing sitting in your chair, man? I thought that was a DC table. I thought that was, man, hold up, man, he being disrespectful. Hey, what's up, Slim? Hold on, where you from? I'm from... Man, what? You just don't even know all along you and that brother right there might can get together and y'all can change the world. Y'all might get together and come up with some ideas and y'all change the whole trajectory of life for man.
You know?
It's just,
Hey, because I'm telling you, I saw police step on a dude's sheets with his muddy boots and left it, man. And then I saw another inmate sit in that same man's chair, and he went to get his knife to stab another black man for just sitting down in a chair when the white police stepped on his sheets and told him the laundry is closed. Go to the laundry in the morning, sleep on the sheets or sleep on the mattress, but I ain't trying to hear this. Get out my face.
but you know why he did it? I'm going to tell you why he did it.
Talk to him.
He felt that was what he was supposed to do. Just like he's conditioned not to say nothing to the white man. He's trained that way. That's been his raising through all of his life. If that's the white man, stay away from him, don't bother him. But that nigga right there, he bet not, I wish he would. So we do things that we think we're supposed to do. And that's why it be my mission and my message to preach to people, get that type of thinking out of your mind. That's not what you're supposed to do. That's not what you're supposed to do. It's a better. That man might be tired, his back might be hurt, he might be having a stroke for all we know. But you got it in your mind that you think you're supposed to be aggressive with him because that's your check. That ain't your check, because you know what? That staff can come in here and say, we taking every check out of this MFer. Y'all gotta sit on the floor. You gonna see people out there making up hammocks and making up fold up blankets sitting on the floor. Because that's what them people told them to do.
But let a black man move his chair or even sit in his chair. And what he gonna want to do?
But he gonna want to be aggressive. He gonna want to do what he think that he's supposed to do. Because, like I say, it's one of them things where, due to the fact that he think he's supposed to do it, he think that other people watching think that he's supposed to do that, and he don't want to let the crowd down. He don't want to let the onlookers down, and he don't want to seem like a sucker or a punk, or he got disrespected, or he got curried. But the only people that think like that, my brother, are the people that ain't figured out that they're a man yet. Because once you figured out you a man, you don't think like that no more, my brother. A sucker, a punk. Man, I'm thinking about getting on a spaceship with Jeff Bezos somewhere. You think I'm thinking about being a sucker or a punk? I got a life in prison where I'm fighting the government every day. And you think I'm worried about being a sucker or a punk? Yeah, right. Because guess what? One thing for sure, I don't know why I am. And I'm a man based on how I move and I handle myself through life. Just that I make. The things that I choose to do and the things that I don't choose to do. That's what make me the man that I am. I mean, that's what I be trying to get these brothers to understand, man. Be a man. So you ain't thinking about impressing your buddies. You in jail about a whole bunch of men and you want to impress them. So you want to stand somebody. Yeah, right.
All right, let me say this, Rock. I know we ain't got much time. Let me say this. First of all, rest in peace to FBG Duck. Rest in peace to King Vaughn. Rest in peace to Young Dolph. Rest in peace to Big Juke. Rest in peace to my brother that lost his life in the struggle, and who you want to say rest in peace to that you lost their life in the struggle.
You already know I'm rest in peace to my baby brother, Slim Tristan, man. Tristan Vernon Sellers, man. Hey, look, that's the CO at my door. I gotta go, y'all. They right here. I got to hang up.
All right, family. Yo, hit me tomorrow. You know how we do. All right? All right. All right. Yo, Eon. All right. Got it. All right.
Hey, Unique.
Yeah.
I'm still on live.
All right. Hold up. Check, right? So I want y'all to understand that this is what we do at Unique Mecca Audio, man. We put it up there so y'all understand that this ain't nothing nice. We ain't glorifying it. We trying to tell y'all that it ain't worth it. The young brothers from Old Block 6, they get ready to go through a living hell, man, for decades before they think about looking at their appeals. My appeal got overturned in 1999, June 1st in Richardson versus United States. Some vice lords out of D.C. Virginia said, we ain't trying to hear it. You got to sit your ass where you at. You know what I mean? You ain't did enough time yet. So Old Block getting ready to go through it. I want to say, you know, my condolences to the parents from FBG Duck to Young Dolph to Juke to my brother, my mother, you know, and you know, Steve's family. But we got to stop this, man. We got to come together, man. Pay attention to what's being said, man. You want to say something, Ian, before I tap out?
Man, I just want to say free the real, man. Free Opio Moore, man. Free all the men that's still locked up. Free OG Steve, man. Appreciate the platform, man. Make sure that when you talking about DC, don't talk about the worst of us. Talk about the best of us.
Mm-hmm. You know, and that's what it is. All right, I'm going to do a whole video on FBG Duck's, you know, convicted, you know, killers, you know, or alleged killers, however they want to say it, because you know the rat bastards and flip-flop wearing in public trolls look for something. But I'm going to do a video, and I was getting ready to do a video now, but the brother called, so I figured I'd give you, you know, the voice of OG Steve and my brother over here from DC Black. So tune in to DC Blacks. That's Eon, you know, at YouTube and Instagram. But this is what it is, man. Like I said, I make sure everybody eat, man. You know, Eon makes sure everybody eat. That's what the real do. That's why I say free the real. Because we out here, we ain't forget about the ones that's behind there. OG Steve been in there 20 years, man. Just caught, you know, a body and, you know, getting more time and still got 108 years plus the 20 he hoping for, and they probably gonna try and run it consecutive and this and that. But yo, man, it's hard, man. And you know, I don't want the rest of the young brothers out there to make the same mistakes that the old Block 6 made and have to wind up sitting in front of Europeans to have them judge them for their life and their liberty and their freedom, man. You know? All right, Eon, you good? I'm getting ready to just throw this up now because I didn't even get a chance to do what I wanted to do because I got caught up in my son over here tonight. All right?
Catch you later.
You see how we do, family. All right?
Much love, bro.
All right, one. All right. So that's where we at, man. You know? I just got a call from Keefe D's son also while I was on the phone. You know? Let me see if he answered back. I just got a call from him because they gave his father bail. And, you know, this how, you know, men reach out to me and I try and do what I can, you know, to keep dudes level-headed, man, you know? It's hard, man, but... Hey, y'all, what up? You know, hey, before we even begin, let me let you know, I just did a video, so it's being recorded on the joint. You know, I just wanted to reach out to you. I told him I was calling you, you know what I mean? But, you know, you ain't got to say nothing if you don't want. Huh?
You said we live?
Nah, hell no, we ain't live. It's pre-recorded, so I'm letting you know, watch what you want to say if it's something you don't want to say. But if you want to speak, you can speak. We're going to do the link and all that another time.
2 seconds, big homie. Hold on, baby. It's a real important call. Hold on.
All right. Yeah. All right, that was Keefe D's son. But you see the way I alerted the brother that we recording? You know, we don't do no fake crap over here because when men call, they get respected for their privacy, and that's the way we move. I'm going to be doing an interview with him real soon, so sit back, man. Make sure you subscribe, share this video, like this video, cop this book or Ruin Harlem. Remember, subscribe. I just had OG Steve been in 2 decades, man, talk to y'all about, you know, old Block 6 being convicted and what they getting ready to face, and about, you know, Yo Gotti, Young Dolph, Jokes, you know, my brother, his brother, just so you understand, man. I could relate to all this because this is what it's about, man, you know. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. It's on the screen, Unique Mecca Audio, and my Cash App is on the screen, man, because I bring you the real. I just let you hear from a man doing 108 years, been in 20 years, and he's getting ready to pick up another 20 years, hopefully. That's all he get. You know what I mean? Because, you know, it is what it is, man. We bring you the real at Unique Mecca Audio. Let me tap out, man. All right.
Cheers. Toast the crime.
Fresh out the can of 26, he back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this.
Real.
Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably Probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, Mecca audio. Get it live like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whiny. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spend a couple bands on the Dapper Dan. You be back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a roaring uptown. They be horn uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, we got a lot to give. Now he trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend a ear. He started in uptown, he gon' finish dead. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community ours. So we can give back to the youth them. Cause they the truth them. And bless up to all the root men.